Hey guys, this is a director for the up-and-coming post-apocalyptic military movie called Rats and Dogs. And if you come across this video, you can check out links to our YouTube account and also to our Facebook page, which has tons of videos, trailers, and behind-the-scenes footage of the movie. So check it out. This video we're going to be focusing on the Spikes Tactical Upper Receiver. This is my rifle. It is a Spikes Tactical Upper Receiver 16-inch barrel with a mid-length gas system and handguard, and this upper receiver is chambered in 5.56, and I believe the twist rate on the barrel is 1 in 7 twists. That's what I know that because of their website. That's what they say they are, and so it's either between 1 in 7 or 1 in 9, but I'm thinking it's 1 in 7 being it's a 5.56 upper. I've had a lot of weird experiences with this upper since I bought it from AIM Surplus back in 2011, around October. AIM Surplus, guys, is a great website. They have amazing prices and amazing customer service, and everything I think ships free, which is crazy. So yeah, this upper receiver I bought for $499. That's a great price for a Spikes Tactical upper receiver. And when I was purchasing it for the Rats and Dogs film shoot back in October, the only ones that were in stock were the carbine length uppers. And I wanted the mid-length, but they weren't in stock, and they weren't going to be in stock for a while, I thought. So I just went on and bought the carbine length version. And I kind of kicked myself in the ass, but you know, I was very impatient, and we were shooting the Rats and Dogs movie. We were starting to shoot it just a few weeks later, so I needed to get it real soon. So I just went on and bought the carbine length upper, and I received it like 3 days later from Spikes, or not Spikes, sorry, from AIM Surplus. And I got it home, and what I always do with the rifle when I first get it is just chamber a few rounds through it in a safe area, pointing in the safe direction, of course, to make sure that everything is working properly, and that there's not going to be any catastrophic malfunctions when I do shoot it live for the first time. So I did that, and the first time I chambered a round in it, I ejected it, and a bunch of stuff hit me in the face and sprinkled all over the place. And I was wondering, what the hell is that? And so I chambered another round, and out of a course of three and 5 rounds that I chambered through it, this happened. So I went and checked the rounds, and I realized that the bullet was pushed back in the casing, like drastically. Which if any of you guys don't know, that's called bullet setback, and it's when the bullet is pushed back into the casing. And you usually experience that with defensive loads in your handgun. Your conceal and carry handgun. If you keep chambering rounds over and over again and ejecting them when you, like, let's say you wake up and you're going to work and you chamber a round in your conceal and carry and you put it in your holster and you go off into the world, and then when you get back home you eject that round out and like lock it up, or if you don't, each time you chamber that round it pushes the bullet back into the casing just a tiny bit. But it does that over a course of like a few years, so that's why people say that you want to cycle those bullets out or put them to the end of your mag so that something doesn't happen. So yeah, but this wasn't like that, because this was completely, the bullet was completely pushed back. It's not a gradual setback that happens over a course of a few months or a year or so, like the defensive load as a handgun does. This was, and I will roll in the picture right now, these are what the bullets looked like after I chambered them. It was crazy, and I was freaking out because I knew something was wrong with the gun, and that this should not be happening, of course. Oh, and also I forgot to tell you guys, this is not a Spikes Tactical lower, this is a Surplus Arms lower, and I think it has a DPMS parts kit inside of it. And so yeah, we're just focusing on the upper. And so I was asking myself, like, what's wrong with it? And my thoughts were either that the feed ramps were not machined right, or that a different company's lower was not fitting perfectly with the Spikes Tactical. And so the next few days I asked a local gunsmith and one of my friends who is a really good gunsmith, and that's the same thing they told me, that it's either one of those two things, is that they're not fitting upright, they're not matching, or that the feed ramps or something is not machined right in the upper receiver, especially the chamber area. So I called AM Surplus and I asked them, you know, guys, can you help me out? Something's really not working. And they were like, oh, you have to talk to Spikes Tactical themselves and see if they can get you a new upper, or if they can do some exchange or a return. And so I called them and they didn't pick up and they didn't get back to me. So I called AM Surplus again later that day, and they said the same thing, that they wish they could help me, but you have to deal with the manufacturer themselves. So, and I pleaded with them, and they said, well, okay, if you call them back and they don't answer again, then we can help you. So I called the Spikes Tactical again, and they didn't answer, didn't get back to me. So I called AM Surplus back again and said, well, yeah, they didn't pick up. So they're like, okay, we'll help you out. So, and later that day, or earlier that day, sometime the mid-lengths became in stock, and I was like, sweet. So I asked them, can I, instead of getting a carbine length again, can I just get the mid-length? It's the same price, they're both $4.99. And they were like, yeah, sure, whatever. And they asked me if I wanted the same handguard, which is a foliage green Magpul one, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. Same color, same everything. So in 2 days, they sent me the mid-length upper that I received, and I sent back the carbine length one. And 2 days later, like I said, I got the mid-length back. And it was Thursday, and we were shooting on Friday, so it just came back within hours of when we needed to leave to go shoot the movie, which was awesome, and I'm so glad it worked out. And so I chambered a few rounds through it, and it went through the Rats and Dogs filming, and I still have it a year later, shooting it like every other weekend usually, or less depending, and it's great. And there's been no setback in the bullet. It's great. So it was the machining on the feed ramps of the Spikes Tactical that I got, and that was returned. And it wasn't the lower, because it's working perfectly now. So that's just my little experience that I had with the Spikes Tactical upper and AM Surplus. AM Surplus is great. They took care of me. I'm really happy that they did, and I'm really happy that this rifle worked out. So I got the mid-length gas system and a handguard that I wanted, and it couldn't have worked out more perfect. It's not a word, whatever. So here are little things about my rifle. I just got the A2 birdcage on there. This is a Blackhawk Conqueror flashlight. It's got the red LED. I'm not sure how many lumens that is. It's not too bright because it's that red light, but it's pretty cool. This is a VTAC, Viking Tactical Weapon Light Mount. Again, Magpul foliage green mid-length handguard. And these are not the Magpul rails. These are just some rails that I had, or my friend had, that he let me use. And I just bolted them in. I just have a screw with a washer on the other side, on the inside of the handguard, holding it in place. That works out perfectly. And this is just some ACU tape that I put on to make it look more old school, or more like worn for the movie. Foliage green Magpul PMag. These are Magpul, I think it's MBUS, M-B-U-S, backup sights for Magpul. They're pretty cool. They're about the cheapest good optics sights, I mean, that you can get for the money, because they're only like 50 bucks, and everything else you're spending like 100 or more. And I like them, but the only thing is that the field of view is kind of bad on these, because they got these big posts, you know, and I rather them not have these posts, because when you're looking around outside of your sights, when the sights are up, you know, you can't really see much. And I don't really like that, but they're the cheapest good optic or good sights that you can get. I rather have a Troy battle sight, or like the sights that are on the FN Scar. Those are amazing because they're just a post. But that's what it is. They're good. I like them. They're accurate. This is, I believe this is, what is this? This is a VAG tack latch, and it's nice. This has been chambered, checked. You know, there's no ammo in there. It's pretty cool. I got this at a gun show, It works. It has a lot of tilt though, which I don't like. So when you're pulling it back, and I know some of them don't have much tilt and some of them do, but especially with this tape back here, it kind of gets hung up when you pull it back because one side goes down. It's alright though, it works fine. This is a Magpul MOE Plus pistol grip, which just has the grippy, like rubbery texture. And then I just have a regular A2 stock on it, which I love the look of that with A2 stock. And I'm gonna get a collapsible stock for it, but right now that's just what I have on there and what I like. This is a Blackhawk 2-point sling. It's just a cheap one. I got those really cheap for the movie. So yeah, that's my rifle. And I love it. And the track record so far with me with the gun is it's been great. It's performed amazingly. It jams a lot with blanks for the movie, but all guns do. And I've had a few malfunctions with it, you know, but it's still, I'm sure it's still in the break-in stage. I believe I have about maybe 900 rounds to this rifle. Maybe around 800 rounds, and probably about 200 rounds with blanks through this rifle. And it's worked good. You know, I've only experienced a few malfunctions with it, and they've just been things like I think there was a stovepipe, and then and a failure to hold open once, I believe. But that could be because it was dirty, and like the scar that I have, you know, they're being run through the dirt and they're being dropped, etc. They're in hard use. What I like to say is extreme civilian combat. And it's just a great rifle. I love it. And like I was saying in my other video about the Magpul, the new Magpul Multicam PMags, and how they don't work in the scar because, or they work in the scar but they kind of stick in there, is because the scar has a polymer lower. This is a normal AR-15 that has a metal lower, and if you can see, they shoot right out of it. So they will drop free. See? They do drop free. Where in the scar it doesn't, it sticks in there. Just wanted to touch base on that. So I believe that is it with the Spikes Tactical. I'm glad you guys watched this video. Check it out. If you guys want a Spikes Tactical, I would get them. They're a great gun, and get them from Aim Surplus because Aim Surplus has cheap prices, free shipping. Oh, also, this is just, it has all the features of a normal AR-15. Got the forward assist here, and the dust cover, and then the Spikes Tactical logo there, which is awesome. And also the Spikes Tactical has their logo right there as well, which is cool. Thanks for watching, guys. And like I said, check out Rats and Dogs. All the trailers, a lot of trailers and stuff are up for the video on Facebook and YouTube. And stay tuned for the movie, hopefully coming out in 2014 or end of 2013. Thank you, guys.